Good morning, beautiful. I hope that this finds you well rested and ready to kick off your week or your day, wherever you're catching it in time. This is your daily tarot and oracle, your daily insight on life and love for October 11th, 2021, also being timeless. So wherever you're catching it in time, it could be relevant for your life. If this is not making any sort of sense, maybe it will down the road and you need to hear it now, or it's one big weird show for you. But I hope that if this message does resonate, that it's a good one and it makes sense and that you can hold it. So also, side note, happy Indigenous Day. I hope that you are spending this with your loved ones and, oh, all right. I'm going to kick the reading off now. Okay. We're going to kick this off with Rider-Waite. It's emotional, but I see that this is emotional rejection. Some sort of karmic situation that has closed you off to everything else around you is dissipating for your life. And I feel like there's a sense of hopelessness around this. It's just in your mind, it is gone. And that this is all that there was. Hang on one second. Yes, sweetie. I love you to the moon and back. I love my babies. Okay, so here we go. The karmic situation is the one that's really gotten you down, and Spirit has this cup in front of you, and it looks like you're not open to it yet because you're still feeling the soreness of whatever this loss was. I think that it's definitely part of your old story. Look at that. It's fated that it's leaving your life, and I know that that's so hard to hear. And I know that there is a huge sense of helplessness and hopelessness about anything that you can do about this. However, this is something that, despite what it looks like, this is causing major growth, and Spirit's giving you a new cup that is going to provide new growth, and it's just, you're not ready to look at it yet. There's a lot that needs to be healed here. You're scared to try again. I know. You're scared to try with what comes after this. I know. What you're experiencing now has been the theme for quite some time. It is a phase of purging or a phase of letting go. Even we can see that as a phase of loss. Sometimes your biggest mercies are the blessings in disguise. What this means for you. Okay. It's time for you to take a breather. This is hurting your heart, what you seem to have as a voice, and it's also something that is presenting itself as a challenge. You feel like this isn't necessarily something that you could rise above. I get it. But the thing is, you have the sword underneath. You have the ability inside of you to rise above this. This, if you look at it from another angle or the eyes of wisdom, you'll see that this is something that is the Midas touch. You can rise above this and make it gold. I see that this depiction in the glass is something that was always incredibly fragile, and that if somebody wasn't careful, it was bound to break, and time in itself was going to break it, either by some sort of a gust of wind or somebody's mistake. And I feel like this is probably what you're experiencing, the shattered reality. You can't see it now because you need to rest and you need to recover. That's going to take a minute. But I do see that when you are finally depleting that sense of hopelessness out of you, you will be able to rise above this. Here we go. It feels like another emotional offer that is coming towards you. Right now, this isn't water under the bridge. There's a lot of feelings that are surrounding this. It's rocked your heart. It's rocked your sense of personal, like your emotional safety. Like, I can't put myself out there like that again. I know. Be still. This is not something that you can outfeel, outrun. It doesn't look like it right now, but eventually this is going to be water under the bridge in your life. You have 2 cups behind you. They represent balance. They represent emotional balance and emotional offerings. They're not full yet. You're not even ready to look at them. So when they are ready to be filled, what are they going to be filled with? Oh, wow. Love. This is Venus energy. You know, what you were holding on to before, I get the passion of it, but it was actually rather out of balance and toxic. This was something that really heavily relied on your submission. Submission in certain cases can be rather, you know, okay. However, in this case, no. This is not the programming that you want to involve yourself in. This is going to be something that you genuinely love and that is genuinely compassionate. And it also feels like something that is building your confidence. It feels like there is a huge sense of new divinity in it. The pomegranate on this. Oh my God, my son is playing that begging song in the background, Put Your Loving Hands Around Me. So I'm hearing that while I'm doing your session. This is something that is very lovingly fulfilling, whether it's another connection that's coming into your life or this major fulfilling situation. I love my kids. Oh my God, I can hear him. He's probably on the VR jamming out to this. Okay, so now that we have this, what do you need to keep your eyes out on? Companion. Loyalty, tenacity, and unselfishness. This is going to be new for you. Like I was telling you, the submission. Okay, just to keep the peace. I was wrong. I'm sorry. What do you need? Listen, that is not going to be the way around this. This is just giving in. It's taking away your voice, your power. And when you start to stand up for yourself in this, it seems like you're being the jerk. You were not being the jerk. You just gave in so many times before just to keep the peace sake. It wasn't peace while you were suffering in this. To whatever the measure, whatever it wasn't okay. So this is an opportunity or a person or a relationship that actually truly values you and wants to move forward with you. It's let's look at this problem together. Okay, no, let's look at this challenge together. I'm not against you. It's not against you. It's for... There's a lot of problem solving in this, and I think that the intimidation is that whatever the opposing party is in this is not going to be intimidating, and it's not going to be a power struggle. It's going to be actual listening. Isn't it interesting when something else other than you tries? They're willing to put the work in with you. That is awesome. So this is what you need to keep your eyes out for. If something is feeling like, if you just do this, no. Okay, I'm actually I need to pull out more archetypes. So we're going to be looking at what you're invoking or the shadow work that has to go along with this. Ooh. Okay, we have 2. Talent for creating and supporting life, positive guiding light within tribal unit. Facilitates spiritual commitments, serves as a channel of spiritual energy. This is something that can take the lead. I think that this is going to be not a fill-in. There will be times when you'll need to take the lead. This is very spiritual. It's not always going to be balanced in 50-50. This is going to talk about the work that's involved. Sometimes, and again, this is not a power struggle, the opposing party is going to need you to take the lead. But also I see that you taking the lead is going to empower them. It's mutual it's a mutual situation where both parties, I gotta tell them to turn it down or else I'm gonna get a sight on here. Can't do that. Oh, that was so cute. He actually blamed Alexa. Oh, Alexa turned it. No, honey. Alexa is an AI. This was you. So as I'm getting back to the reading, first off, hope you enjoyed that. This is an actual commitment. I do feel like there is an intuitive factor between the parties, but also it's very protective of one another. I do feel like this is something where you guys will be able to mutually support each other and your vision and your dream, whether it's romantic or whether it is a friendship, whether it is whatever the companionship is, because there's different ways that this can show up. You guys are going to be able to be that support. So, here we go. What are some potholes that you need to keep a lookout for? And if you can, avoid them so you don't have to learn any more lessons like that. Because let's face it, you've done enough. You've done enough learning. What do you need to do? Don't get so down on yourself. Ooh. Sometimes a no is really a not right now. Don't let it be something that closes you off or has you lose passion. Don't let this be something where it's just nothing. You run the risk of giving up because enough no's, it's triggering you from the past, and it's something where you could be seeing it as, this is just it. I have barren land and this is just my lot in life. Sorry, the challenge for you is perseverant and empowerment. So when you are being directed with a no, just know that this is actually a redirection. So what are some awesome things that you have to look forward to? I'm getting the archetypes again. So let's see. Healing that beautiful wounded child. Awakens compassion and desire to serve other wounded children. Opens learning and paths of forgiveness. All right, then we have the Avenger. The desire to balance the scales of injustice, righteous on the behalf of society or oneself. So you by default, and the work that you are doing, the healing that you are doing childhood wound healings. Now this can show up in various ways, whether you are repeating or having food scarcity issues or you have neglect issues. This is going to show up in your life, but the way that you work through it and the way that you talk about it and the way that you communicate this in your connections is going to be something that brings up a lot of stories. So what you have to look forward to is healing that wounded child aspect and becoming whole in yourself, but also helping others by way of action and helping them with invoke the healing of their wounded child. So I'm seeing here, oh my God, is the cat seriously opening this? Is this gonna be one of those videos with a million breaks? Okay. Yep, it's gonna happen. I'll be right back. Okay, so this schmoopsie right here was opening my office door. Oh yes, you're so put off now. What, it's a fur baby. Back off. Okay, go have fun. Okay, you healing that wounded child. First off, you're awesome and I love you for it. Second off, let's see. I don't think you've quite seen yourself in this light, in this balance, in this feeling of not needing to avenge everything from the past. I think that this is already done by you and the work in yourself. So after you've come to center and balance, what I'm seeing here is, I think that you're finally having this feeling that you can actually be at home in yourself and that you're not stuck. What I'm looking at right here, it makes me feel like you no longer have this feeling of constantly trying to find home, trying to find the one. You know, I came into life looking for that aspect, and little did I know that that was something that was internal. That is part of my childhood wound. What is yours? Look at your Chiron. If you know your birth date, time, and location, you can find your Chiron easily on one of those free websites. See what house it's in. So what I'm seeing here is probably that you're working on, your wounds. So this is going to be something where there's a lot of reflection that is anxiety ridden that was inside of your head. So facing your anxieties and overcoming them is really a hurdle for you. But I also see that there is a light at the end of the tunnel with this one. And you're starting to feel this by way of sitting down where you are now, outrunning yourself. It feels really alleviating. So I actually want to ask, when you envision yourself running from something, running away from, or running towards something, what does that feel like? Is it like a promised land to you? Is it something or someone who's just going to make life worthwhile? Because the answer doesn't lie in a particular person or yourself. These are just reflections of you. What about you? Do you kind of feel like you have to come home to? That's what I actually want to pose as a question in your reading. Huge commitment coming into play. Huge change coming into play too. This, if you're looking at a partnership, a romantic partnership. Hi, kitty. If you're looking at a romantic prospect, you have a very deep soul bond coming in. If you're not married, this might be somebody who you have a very, very long-term commitment with, and it can involve marriage. If this is already the existing relationship, it might be, it seems to be a re-solidification of vows. So maybe you're renewing vows if you're already married. If this is some sort of companionship, I see an absolute kindred spirit. Whatever it is, it's involving something that is going to grow through time, that is almost ready to pick for the harvest. And it's a major commitment, something that majorly restores a sense of faith. And then, let's see, ooh, no! I got this, I'm so close. This is going to challenge the heck out of you, but in good ways. Communication is going to be vital. There's going to be a lot of triggers coming in. You are going to be so trigger happy in this. The thing is, it is a major opportunity for you to, first off, get your wits about you. We have king energy all around this. It's all about authority, emotional authority, grounding authority, personal authority, security authority. All of this is within you. And it's challenging you to look at the situation or the challenge as, well, through a new lens, through a new light, through something that needs to be fixed with something alongside of you, with the companionship. It's looking at it through something that the challenge, I'm having trouble with the words. You're going to be looking at this as a challenge that you can solve like a puzzle. I really see it like that. So whole different eyes coming on this. the likely results of this, aside from this amazing growth that you're doing, you're meeting your teacher and jumping into something new. Your teacher, your mentor, what have you. But this is something where you actually feel like your voice is heard. And what is not going to grow? Your defensiveness. Your defenses will be out. This is going to be very stable and grounding in something that is going to involve work. I see the passion behind it, and I see that you have every resource within you and around you. Major, major, major growing point for you. So get ready for some sort of not even a karmic gift. This is a gift from all the karma that you have just cleared. And also your legacy, whether it's work or the people lives you affect, or even your physical legacy if you have children or adoptive, whatever your family looks like, that generational trauma and curse and pain is cleared out. It stopped with you and you did the healing. It's like you burnt that end so nobody else has to experience it, and you've healed from it. There's a lot of work, and there is a lot of positive work in this, and you are more than able to handle this. It's very grounded, very loving, and very passionate, and very successful. Okay, you. I feel like that was your reading, and if you have questions about booking your private session, your individual storyline will always be more detailed, in-depth, and intense. So reach out in the provided email or find me on the social platforms and send me a DM. See what one of my services might be right for you. Ask about pricing and sales going on. All right, this has been your daily tarot and oracle for October 11th, 2021. Also timeless. And I hope you have a beautiful day. So until next time, stay safe, have fun, and just know that you are greatly loved and appreciated. Bye for now. Hey there, beautiful. If you are coming across this, chances are you need to get a mini message from Rider-Waite. So you don't need any more information. You're ready for this new opportunity. It is not something that you need to go inward about at this point. It's just, it's everything that you already know. You're ready. This is a time for a new start. You don't quite know what this change is going to unveil, but you know that you're ready for something new. Something that is going to be a lot more slow and I feel like opportunistic. I feel that in the best sense. So I feel like money might be coming in, something that was completely out of balance beforehand, something that was lacking choice. I see a lot more coming out of here. I think that you were probably walking around tiptoes in the past of this because you were trying to avoid disapproval, arguments, being ignored. So what I'm seeing here is you've taken on quite the leadership role with this. I'm feeling Capricornian energy, the most of the earth energy with this. It's Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rise, Venus, or even time frame. But I'm feeling this is mostly involving Capricornian energy. Virgo is more analytical. This seems more, actually Taurus can be part of this, but I feel like it's more the aggressive, dead set Capricornian energy. In the past, you would have been worried about who this was going to upset and how this was going to affect you, but I see that you're not going to avoid it because people make you uncomfortable anymore. In fact, I don't think that they have the ability to even get under your skin. Whatever you've experienced, I'm glad that it got you to this point of not being a doormat for these particular people in your life. I feel like you truly are standing up for yourself. I feel like you are very firm in your decision. I feel like you taking control is really going to ensure what seems to be some sort of a financial opportunity or just general abundant opportunity. But I really feel like finances are about to pick up for you. So congrats. Hey, if you are coming across this, we are going to be getting a message from Rider-Waite. I like this. Whole new start, and it's changes that are going to be really great for you. I see this as being completely centered. There is a nice blend of carefree and assertiveness in here, and it also feels like it's something that gets you emotionally excited. I think that you have all the resources that you need around you. I think that you're pretty set. I like this. So what is this involving? Are you in the teacher position with this? I feel like there's a lot that you can say. There is a massive change that's going on in this new cycle. I think that you actually might be somebody of wisdom and knowledge that people are going to be flocking to in this. What's this? Yeah, Libra energy, very cool. So in the change, I think that you just had a lot of karmic sessions pay off for you. A lot of karmic loose ends. What card's this? This really dragged on, didn't it? We have two major arcana as center of this, and I feel like I want one more card. So what's this? So 3 to 5 cards are major arcana. The situation is escalating, but it's in your favor, and I think that this is because you are somebody who has taken complete control over this. And it's not that it's something that is it's not something that is overwhelming as far as drive with it goes. This is slowing down. It's not hasty, but also I feel like this is a major rite of passage. Pacing yourself with this and being very deliberate with your steps, and I think your plan and the action that's going to be involved in it. I think that would probably go with steps. I have a sneeze coming. I got this. Okay. This is going to be something that is releasing a lot of negativity and a lot of unnecessary aggravation. But what it's going to bring in is, I think, first off, a huge sense of respect for you. And I think a lot of willing listeners. Not that you need followers or anything like that, but I think that what you have to say is majorly respected and sought out. So this is not a point where you need to hold back and be humble. It's a point where you have to understand that you know your stuff, and it's time that you share it with people who are coming towards you for the information. Very cool. Let me know what that is. So if you're coming across this, we're going to be either working on shadow work or some sort of archetype that you're invoking. But right now we have the prostitute on top. So we have accentuates the challenge of survival without negotiating the power of your spirit. So no matter what, you're going to come out on top. There's a lot of cards here. What are we looking at? The child magical is in reverse. So pessimism, depression, and the disbelief of miracles, believing in energy and action are not required for growth. So that's shadow work. Then we have the trickster, transcending conventional stuffiness and predictable behavior. This is actually really cool. Tendency to abuse animals, people, and the environment. I think that's what you've been dealing with, the storyteller. And then we have the rescuer. The ability to experience and express life through stories and symbols. Provides strength and support to others in crisis. Acts out of love with no expectation of reward. So let's see. The first thing that you need to work through is the people's issue with power in your life. And I think that this has been something where nobody was listening to each other, even if they had the facts in front of them, and it was you being under, or somebody being under, some sort of control. And there was no way around it, that somebody was going to have to make up for something. So there's a big amount of fear invoked in this. And then there's consistent disempowerment, letdown after letdown, to where this is something where you didn't even allow yourself to get excited anymore. However, the biggest mistake that anybody could have done was thinking that you were being buried when you were a seed being planted that's sprouting out of the ground, seeing what you are made out of, seeing what your growth is, and helping those who have been probably underhanded or are actually the underdog. I feel like you are coming in to empower somebody, and that you have a story to express that is very empowering towards them. So you're doing something completely different. The unpredictability that you are doing, I think, is another superpower of yours, because nobody who has been these jerks in your life knows how to gauge you or knows what you're going to come out with. And this is something where I feel like they might actually be wanting or actually keeping an eye on you because this is part of their shame and they don't want this exposed about them. But you in this, you're going to be telling your story and you're not going to back down. You're not going to be intimidated and you're going to be empowered and empowering others. You have a story that needs to be heard and you have a voice that deserves to be heard. So whatever this is, you've come out on top. And there's nothing that's ever going to take away your power or silence you again. So go and get on your soapbox because we want to hear you. If you're coming across this, magical messages from your fairies is going to be, well, giving us what we need to know right now. So if this resonates, awesome. If it doesn't, go about your day or enjoy my shenanigans. But if you've come across this, you're about to get the payoff. I like that. So your desire is within reach. I have faith. Everything is working in your favor. And then we have goodbye to the old, hello to the new. Be yourself. Ah, that is awesome. Okay, so final card is going to be this one. What is it? Business venture. Okay. So what's really cool about this, you've done a lot of work to become this person. You're not the person who, you know, before all the crap happened in your life, the hardships and whatnot, you can't unexperience and unknow that. The only thing is it didn't ruin you. You're not going to be that innocent or playful little child anymore. You're invoking that energy back into the wise and experienced and almost all-knowing person that you are now. So you're getting an essence of you back, but it's marrying with everything that you've been through. So there's a new person inside of you that is coming out that everybody, even yourself, needs to be reacquainted with or get acquainted with. So this is saying don't, you know, get lost in what happened in the yesterdays or get lost in the you that feels lost in the yesterdays. It's all coming back to be part of you. That beautiful little person that you are, or were, coming into the person that you are. Everything about what your true nature is, mixed with your experience, is creating quite a powerhouse with you. So this, what was your desire that you had put out into the universe? Was it for just a sense of normalcy? You gotta kind of create your sense of normalcy. If you had a dream or an aspiration, then I think that not only are you going to be slipping into it in the now, I think that you are going to get a hugely inflated version of it. It's going to be magnified tenfold. So it gets kind of big. I mean, in your life, whatever this ambition of yours was, it's going to be kind of big. And I think that everything about you, from the past into the present wisdom, is very, I feel like you are a very wise teacher. That's really kind of poetic. So if you are coming across this, we are going to be getting a message from Wisdom of the Oracle from Colette Baron Reed. What do you need to know? This is general collective. Don't force this to fit your life. So if this isn't fitting you, drop it and run. Or, you know, just kind of go about your day. Okay. Imagine is in reverse. A sense of cloudiness about what it is that you're trying to build. Okay. Are you putting the pressure on yourself? Things are coming apart right now. Necessary. It's necessary. Spirit is screaming in your face to let go. You're holding on when that's going to cause you to drown rather than save your mindset, your figurative life. You are meant to go further downstream. You know exactly what is in the old foundation. Spirit is screaming in your face to let it go, but you're worried about the time that this is going to be taking, or the time that has been in the mindset lost in either the situation or these people. But you haven't missed anything. This is all part of the journey. You're not meant to see the end zone right now. I feel like that might lose momentum. It's something that is supposedly going to be a surprise, but you know that this is not all that there is, and that what you're hanging on to is not nearly as beautiful as what you are being flown to. So this is talking about not worrying about the time that has been spent. It was something that was chiseling the angel out of the marble with you. What's going away, what is being removed right now, is going to be something that is going to be bringing out a new gift that you didn't realize that you had in you because you equated it as coming from the other situation. A major fate time, even if it is a challenge. I like this. Sometimes when you lose, you win. And it seems like you have won big. And it seems that you're about to wake up some dormant gifts of yours. It's very fated.